Let's talk about something that touches everyone, but we rarely stop to examine it properly. This feeling that our inner world is chaotic, messy, full of contradiction, conflict, fear, confusion. We all know that place. One moment you're confident, the next you're doubting everything. You try to stay calm, but you snap at your partner. You want to be free of anxiety, yet you're always planning, controlling, fixing. There's always something to manage inside. It's like we live with constant background noise, emotional static. And so we ask, how do I fix this? How do I clean this up? But let's look deeper. We believe that there's a separate me inside, something calm and wise that can stand apart from all that noise and bring it into order. We think, I am feeling anxious and I need to get rid of this anxiety, as if the anxiety is something separate from the me who is managing it. That's where the whole problem begins. What if the anxiety is not separate from you? What if there is no you, apart from all that psychological noise? We've been conditioned to act on our inner lives the same way we act on outer objects. Let's take a simple example. Imagine your house is a mess. Dishes piled up, clothes everywhere. You walk in, look around and say, I've got to clean this. It makes sense. You and the mess are two separate things. You have a body, tools and space. That's physical action. But now take your inner world. Fear, stress, confusion, jealousy. Can you step outside those feelings and clean them up the same way? No. Your consciousness is not an object. You can't step outside it and clean it like that. Because you are those feelings. They're not sitting on a shelf for you to rearrange. The you that feels out of control is the very thing trying to gain control. Krishnamurti said, the observer is the observed, which means the one who says, I need to fix my mind, is not separate from the mind. The fixer is part of the mess. This is why no matter how much therapy, meditation, or journaling we do, the chaos keeps returning. We try to fix it using the very mechanism that created it. It's like trying to untangle a knot using another knot. Imagine someone who's angry. They know they're angry. They try to calm down by telling themselves, I shouldn't be angry. Calm down. Breathe. But now they're angry about being angry. Layer upon layer, and suddenly the anger becomes shame, and then the shame becomes self-judgment. All because we believe that there's a manager inside us who should be in charge. But if that manager is just more thought, more emotion, more conditioning, then who's really in control? We carry this false split inside us, one part trying to discipline the other. But it's all the same movement, and it keeps us going in circles. Krishnamurti said, the moment you realize you are the mess, not separate from it, then there is no more effort to change it. And that very insight is transformation. Some people say, but if I don't act on this mess, won't it stay forever? No. It stays because you act on it. It stays because you keep resisting, fixing, judging, analyzing. The moment you simply see the fact, without trying to change it, that seeing itself is transformation. Let me put it this way. When you try to clean a dirty window with a muddy cloth, you're just spreading the mud around. The mind, trying to fix the mind, is that muddy cloth. So, what's the alternative? Total attention. Krishnamurti explained this beautifully. Inattention is the wastage of energy. Attention is energy. When you stop wasting energy fighting yourself, that energy becomes pure attention. And in that state, there is no fixer, no controller, just awareness. And in that awareness, confusion ends. This is not just theory. You've probably experienced it without realizing. Have you ever said, once I get that job or meet that person or find peace in meditation, I'll finally feel complete? That's the external escape. Think about the last time you looked at a beautiful mountain, or listened to music, or follow a guru or a practice. These things absorb you for a while, like a child lost in a toy. But when the toy breaks, the child is back to himself. When the distraction fades, you're back to your mind. Krishnamurti said, if you depend on anything to quiet you, when that thing goes, you are back to the noise. So what happens when you reject all outside escapes? You're left with yourself. And that's where real transformation begins. Not through effort, but through total seeing. The truth is, the self, with all its layers of thought, fear, ambition, and memory, is not something to improve. It's something to understand. And understanding happens only when you stop separating yourself from it. You are the fear, the longing, the comparison. And when this is seen, not as an idea but as a living fact, the division ends. And what's left is attention, pure, choiceless, alive. And in that attention, the mess dissolves, not because you cleaned it, but because you saw it without resistance. That attention is freedom. Thank you for listening. If this touched something in you, let us know in the comments. We'd love to read your thoughts. And if this kind of content adds value to your life, subscribe and share it with others who might need this perspective. It helps us reach those who are also asking these questions. Until we meet again, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.